Looking into the mirror while reflecting back on the perfect images of models on Instagram, I compared what others had with what I didn't. I realized the strong expectations placed on individuals when flourishing into adulthoods, whether from other people or from themselves. It's starting to become harder and harder to look in the mirror and like what we see because we have this perfect body visualized in our brains. We lie to ourselves, saying that these bodies are attainable and can become ours when we commit. But the truth is, these bodies are way beyond our reach. It exceeds what our bodies are capable of achieving. So, what are the ideal body images of teens these days? And how do we define body image in a teen's world?
So I think body image is the way that you see yourself, the thoughts and the feelings that you relate to your physical self.
I believe body image is the image that reflects your body, and then there's often a word associated with it, which is body positivity, which is being satisfied and enjoy your actual physical physique.
Body image expectations as a dude. Most of the time everyone just expects you to look like a Chris Pratt or something like that. So not everyone looks like that, and yeah, it's just unrealistic.
Image, I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. I think it's just your perception of your body, something like that.
我觉得我理想身材就是不要过胖，不要过瘦，然后要适度的运动，然后就不要让自己颓废，然后要有微腹肌。
I don't specifically have an ideal body image type because I feel like everyone is unique with their own body type, and I do appreciate the body type that I have now. So I don't really have an ideal body image.
I do believe that most girls have the ideal body image of an hourglass figure with especially thin waist and also legs, especially the thighs. But I do think that everyone is unique in other ways, and sometimes it's also genetically affected, so you can't achieve that ideal.
对我来说，就是一个好看的身材，就是像欧美的身材，是那种川字腹肌，然后每个地方都有肌肉。
I feel pressured by my own body almost daily because I don't like the way my hips are shaped. I think they're really big. They don't get along well with upper part of my body, and they make me look fat when I'm actually not. I personally think I'm pretty fit because of my hip. Because of my hip, I kind of look pretty big physically, and with really thick legs. Which sometimes make me feel pretty bad about myself.
I think about my height a lot. I really don't like my height. Obviously, people say height and weight shouldn't be a factor of attractiveness because it's the inside things that matter. But humans are visual creatures, and obviously, maybe you would expect a male to be taller, like a 170 or something like that. I know society is changing and stuff, but I still feel there's this internalized pressure that I'm giving myself, although I know that I shouldn't think about it that way, but I just feel like I should grow taller.
有可能别人会看到你的身材，他觉得你怎么会这么胖，就是他会 judge 你，然后你就觉得怎么会这样，就是你原本自己觉得还好，但是别人这么讲你的话，然后你就会觉得很难过，所以你就想要改变。
像是我们在游泳课的时候，因为我们的泳衣是那种竞速型泳衣嘛，反正就是会露出四肢，然后会显出你所有的身材。但是我们朋友所有的身材都超好，就会觉得自己的身材不够好，或者是像在逛街的时候，每个人都会穿露肚或者是露大腿、小腿，然后他们的身材真的都是爆好，就会觉得自己的缺陷很多。
Okay, so many of my friends and the people around me have talked about losing weight, dieting, and just hitting the gym. And I think that really affected me, and it still does now, to be honest. Because people conform to others' standards or what society deems as a healthy body, like the tan and skinny girls on magazine covers and Instagram models. And that will lead to a lot of mental disorders or anxiety about one's own body, and especially girls, especially teenage girls. But after some time, I've realized that loving and cherishing your body is the most important thing, actually. To me, there's no true perfect body image because everybody has a different body and they're all beautiful whether they know it or not. And being comfortable with your own body is the most important thing to me.
Thank you, Ruby. It's absolutely brilliant.
然后对自己身材会有压力，就可能就突然就某一天就吃很多，然后呢你回去就很难听，就发现说，你就会发现说自己可能胖了2-3公斤，然后就很伤心，然后就觉得说为什么自己会这么胖。
During the last summer of 2021, I learned something, and that is to appreciate and love my body. This practice took time. Loving yourself takes time. It's not an easy journey for someone to suddenly wake up the next day, look at their reflection, and say, wow, I'm happy with my body. Yes, some people still have this ideal image and body in their minds, wanting to achieve a beauty standard similar to the Western world. There's always pressure exerting its weight on our shoulders, forcing us to be beautiful. Yet society has also told us that there's always someone prettier than us, yet we still have this image in our minds. We want to be just like them. Along with seeing all these perfectionized images of unrealistic people's bodies, make us crave even more to have a body like theirs. We blame and shame ourselves for not sticking to the diet which would allow us to get closer to the road of perfection. But is this really achievable? And what can we get in return from our now perfectionized body if we were to achieve them? Will we ever be satisfied? And are we really satisfying ourselves or really just other people? When are we going to tell ourselves that this image social media is showing us isn't real? When are we going to realize the great powers behind Photoshop and its abilities to cover and reshape the reality, the real us? When are we going to learn to embrace the real us? Isn't being us enough? Yes, it is. Back then, I associated the words fat with negativity and skinny or thin as a positive term. Yes, this is a type of thinking that society made us associate with fat and skinny. But let's be honest, fat is just another term to describe a person's physicality, similar to short and tall. Yet why do we get a rush of negative feelings, specifically terms such as dieting and losing weight when we hear fat? As of now, I understand how the word fat deserves to be associated in a more positive spotlight. I used to commit acts of restrictive dieting just because of wanting to prove someone wrong for calling me fat, but this was stupid and brutal. I never realized the pain I was causing my body and my mental health. I only thought of proving others wrong. At that time, I was foolish. Foolish enough to allow one word to force me into hurting myself mentally and physically. The truth is, there's too many people to prove wrong. But one thing that I've learned is that the only person that we can prove right to is ourselves. And to do this, we need to be kind to our body, to embrace kindness around us. And it's only in time until you start to realize your uniqueness and that your flaws are beautiful. It is only by loving ourselves that we can make others love us. It is only by loving ourselves that we can allow us to truly love other people.
So, a lot of people ask me about what is body image. What exactly is body image?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to do this little test for you. All right, close your eyes and then imagine a blank piece of paper, right? Now, in a Times New Roman 12-point font, type in the word BODE, body. And now press Command P, and now you get an image that says body, which is a body image.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what do you guys what is your what are your
So at school, people incite terror if you don't look that great. They attack you.
Hi. Welcome to ASMR. What?